What is destiny? It was created not from heaven, but it's a consequence of our actions in our past lifetimes. And if we are not happy with our destiny, we must now put in better effort to improve it for the future. Put in so much of effort that before giving you the fruits of destiny, God Himself asks, what is it that you want? Is contentment in life a good thing or a bad thing? Some people say if you are contented, you will not progress. Others say if you are discontented, you will always be unhappy and dissatisfied. What do the scriptures say? According to the Vedas, contentment is both a good thing and a bad thing. Why? It depends upon the kind of contentment. Santoshastrishu kartavyah swadare bhojane dhane trishu naivacha kartavyah swadhyaye japadanayo. This verse states, in 3 things, always be contented. Swadare, your spouse. Whatever he or she is, now let it be. Otherwise, there is no end to it. The neighbor's wife is better, the neighbor's husband is better, the grass is always greener on the other side. So, be contented in your spouse, in your wealth, in your food, and in 3 things, never be contented. Trishu naivacha kartavyah swadhyaye japadanayo. In your study of Vedic wisdom, always be thirsty for more knowledge. In your practice of sadhana, meditation, japa and kirtan, I have not done anything as yet. In your giving of charity, in service, always be dissatisfied so you keep on progressing. Just like a tree comes out from a little seed, we have planted in us by the Supreme Lord infinite potential for success, provided we are wary to avoid these 3 wrong kinds of contentment. They are the enemy of sadhana and they are called tushti. Tushti means santushti, contentment. This is contentment based on false knowledge. The first one is Ishwar Tushti. If God wants it to happen, it will happen. Well, even if God wants, you will have to put in the effort. Ramakrishna Paramahansa said, just like the farmer plows the land and then waits for the rain. So, put in your best and then hope for grace. There's a beautiful story to illustrate this. One devotional farmer, he was taking his harvest on the bullock cart to the city to sell. On the way, the wheel of his bullock cart got stuck in the mud. Now he was so devoted to Hanuman, he took out his Hanuman Chalisa and started Jai Hanuman Gyan Gunasagar and then prayed, "Oh Hanumanji, please bestow your grace and extract the wheel of my bullock cart out of the mud." After finishing, again he did his part, then again he did his part. Finally Hanumanji thought, this devotee of mine is sincere, but he's got a little crack in his head. Let me bless him. Hanumanji manifested there and said, "Bhale Admi, if this way I start pulling out people's bullock carts from the mud, the whole world will become akarmanya, inactive, lazy, careless. For now, go behind the cart, push it with all your might, cry out to the bulls and pray to me for my grace. Then, when your effort is to the utmost, I will enhance your strength and inspire the bulls, and the cart will start moving. But if you think that I should do nothing and Hanumanji should do everything, that will not happen. However, Ishwar Tushti means what? To think. If God wants me to do sadhana and bhakti, it will happen. So when this kind of a thought comes into the mind, what will be the consequence? Our sadhana will either stop or we will put in effort but slowly, because we have got wrongly contented. The second, Bhagya Tushti. What is that? To think like this. If it is written in my destiny, it will happen. Now, what is destiny? It was created not from heaven, but it's a consequence of our actions in our past lifetimes. And if we are not happy with our destiny, we must now put in better effort to improve it for the future. Those words of Allama Iqbal are so wise. खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा खुद बंदे से पूछे, बता तेरी रजा क्या है. He says, put in so much of effort that before giving you the fruits of destiny, God Himself asks, what is it that you want? So, prayatna mein savdhan, phal mein santusht. In your effort, don't be satisfied, exert to the utmost. When the results come, phal mein santusht, well, whatever God gives, never mind, next time I'll try even harder. And the third tushti is kal tushti. What is that? To think, when the time comes, then I will become a success. Right now I am a failure. When will the time come? I don't know, somehow whenever it comes, it will happen. The time will not come, the time is passing by. One moment that has gone, all the wealth in the world cannot bring it back. That is why this waiting for time is also a crutch of the mind. If we utilize these three crutches to feel contented and not exert ourselves for progress, Tulsidas ji in the Ramayana scolds very severely. Nar tanubhava varidhi kah bero sanmukha maruta anugraha mero. He says, look, God bestowed His grace and gave the human form. He bestowed His grace and gave a guru. He bestowed His mercy and gave you divine knowledge. And still you are not striving. Why? Excuses. So paratra dukha pavai sir dhuni dhuni pachitaya kalahi. Blaming time. Karmahi. Blaming destiny. Ishvarahi. Blaming the will of God. Mithya dosha lagaya. Putting wrong blame. We were supposed to put in the effort. We blamed other things and just sat down. So, if we wish to make our life a success, we will have to be wary of these three tushtis. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar has been one of the greatest educationalists from the 19th century. He got down at Hooghly station and found a child beggar. Babuji, paisa. Why are you asking for money? Babuji, I don't have a father, my mother is too poor. Supposing I give you 5 paise, what will you do? Babuji, I'll feed myself and also my mother. What if I give you 1 rupee? Babuji, I'll purchase some fruits and I'll sell them for profit. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar gave that boy 5 rupees. 15 years later, he got down at the same station and a fruit seller with a stall there said, Babuji, you recognize me? No, I don't. I am the boy 15 years ago, you gave me 5 rupees and I utilized it to become a wealthy shopkeeper. This is what human life is meant for. God has given you graces. Use them to do your best, to become your best, and to feel your best.